Tonight is the night, Saturday night's main event, and Bobby Heenan, these two men have been incentivized by yourself, not just to beat the Mega Powers, but ensure that they hurt them along the way.
Oh, they'll beat them. Don't you worry about that. You know, it's an unusual situation. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning with a much lighter bank balance and with a huge smile on my face. I hate to disappoint the humanoids, but just look at these men. Hogan and Savage aren't going to make it to WrestleMania.
You know, there's been a lot of talk about incentive and a lot of money being thrown around in the Weasel camp. But that doesn't concern us one bit because they don't know what makes us tick, man. Bobby Heenan, John Studd, King Kong Bundy, Rick Rude, Andre the Giant. They call themselves a family. But all they are concerned with is money and their own personal gain. That's not what makes us tick. They could never understand the mania, the madness, my Hulkamaniacs. And that is why, in the end, greed and jealousy will never triumph.
Saturday night's main event. We are just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and a lot can happen in 2 weeks, and indeed a lot can, and dare I say, will happen tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon, alongside Jesse the Body Ventura.
Aren't you lucky to be here with me? And tonight could be the last we see of Mr. Wonderful.
It could be, but alternatively, it could be the beginning of the end for a certain rowdy Roddy Piper.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for one fall. From Union City, Tennessee, weighing 228 pounds, the Birdman, Koko B.
There he is, McMahon, the next Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
Potentially, but he's still a long way from taking that title from the Macho Man.
Did you hear the reception Rick Rude got when he came out here? The screaming women and girls? I thought I was at a Stones concert.
He certainly has his admirers, does Mr. Rude, and none more so than himself. He has a very high opinion of himself.
And with good reason, just look at the man.
I'm looking, and what I'm seeing is Koko B. Ware dominating the Ravishing One. That was almost a rude awakening the Birdman just delivered to Rude.
Now, it was a standard neck breaker. Only one man can execute the Rude awakening.
Koko B. Ware impressing in the early going here, and he knows a win against the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship will do his career. Oh, my goodness! Did you see that? Wow! Incredible, and that is why they call him the Birdman, because he can fly with the best of them. Oh my goodness, Rude plants Koko head first onto the floor.
How impressive is Rick Rude? You're busy gushing over a move that Koko did, and within seconds, Rude is back in control.
And Koko back over the top and down to the floor, and not a very nice landing either.
Rude doesn't want a count out. He wants the satisfaction of pinning the man.
Oh my goodness, absolutely devastating.
I tell you what, I know for a fact the Macho Man is in the back watching this, and he is trembling at the thought of having to defend his Intercontinental title against this man at WrestleMania, after having to face Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy later on tonight.
I don't think there is anything in this world that could make Randy Savage tremble, but you believe what you want.
Hey, I know Savage very well. I used to team with him. You know there's no bigger fan of Randy Savage than me, but I know the man, and I know what he's up against. And Koko saved by the ropes there.
Ooh, knee to the midsection. And Rude connects with a fist from that second turnbuckle. Into the cover. And no, give Koko B. Ware credit. You have to give him credit.
Hey, Koko's a tough guy. I've never denied that.
And Koko looking to turn the tide again. And look at how powerful Koko B. Ware is, one of the smaller superstars in the World Wrestling Federation. But pound for pound, he is a powerhouse in his own right. Koko looking for the Ghostbuster. No, it wasn't the Ghostbuster, but what a maneuver.
But look at Rude. Look at how he takes punishment and comes right back.
Maybe he should spend less time posing and more time trying to put his opponent away.
He can do both. And there it is. Rude awakening, I told you.
Gentlemen, as we all know, at WrestleMania, you will receive your opportunity at the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the British Bulldogs. But tonight, you have your hands full with the young Stallions, and look past them at your peril.
We don't look past anyone. We treat every opponent exactly the same. We give them the same respect. None. Bulldogs, watch close.
And Smash, it sounds to me like your partner may be thinking about the Bulldogs, not the Stallions, and that could be a mistake. If you're not focused on your opponents, we could well see an upset right here tonight.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of upset, all right. The Stallions and the Bulldogs are going to be very upset.
They're on their way to the ring, and on their way to WrestleMania, and are they on their way to the World Tag Team titles? We'll find out March 29th. Vince and Jesse, back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. At a total combined weight of 575 pounds, from Port Unknown,
begging for some action. Had my radio playing on my rock and roll station. Saw 3 hot ladies down by the square. I said, jump in, girls, let's go party somewhere. Break it up, blow it out, rip it up, let's party now. Break it up, blow it out, rip it up.
An intriguing tag team matchup here on Saturday night's main event.
Well, I'm just glad I'm not Jim Powers or Paul Roma, because Demolition are here to send a message to the Bulldogs.
And the young Stallions are here trying to move up the ladder. They know if they can pull off a victory over Demolition, they will shoot right up in the tag team rankings. And there you go, a lapse of concentration from Axe, and Jim Powers takes full advantage. And Jesse, I know you don't give the young Stallions much of a chance in this match, but if they are to pull off the upset, what do they need to do?
Well, if they do get an opening, they need to take it. Quick tags isolate one of their opponents, move at a fast pace, and hit them with high-impact moves.
And that right there was high impact from Paul Roma on Smash. And a big running uppercut in the corner. And a reverse elbow. Paul Roma is on fire.
And Smash just put the fire out.
Tag to Axe.
And Roma absorbs another suplex.
Oh my goodness.
You know, watching guys like Axe make me glad I retired.
Face first into the turnbuckle.
And here it is, Demolition decapitation.
Devastating, just devastating.
Thanks for coming, young Stallions.
That'll stand toe-to-toe and fight with me all the way than the big boss, Andre the Giant.
WrestleMania 3, the biggest main event of all time. The heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, and the challenger, Hulk's former friend, Andre the Giant.
When I saw him out there with Bobby the Weasel Heenan, I knew he was different.
He's sick and tired of you and what you stand for. You're the one that for 3 years as world champion used this man.
It can't be so, Andre. Listen to me. Day one, man, when I set my eyes on you, brother, you're the reason I got into professional wrestling. You were like a god to me, a role model. When you tore across your tour, the heart and soul out of all the little humpsters, man. Not just me. If you wanted a title shot, all you had to do was ask me. I'd have gave you anything, man. Andre, you were bigger than the world title to me.
Believe me, WrestleMania 3 will be your last lesson. Au revoir.
And here we go. Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy versus the Mega Powers.
You know, if I was Savage or Hogan, I'd just leave the ring, take the count-out loss, save myself from probable injury ahead of WrestleMania.
Are you being serious? I can't believe you would even suggest that. The Hulkster nor the Macho Man would never do something like that.
Yeah, that's because they're not smart enough to think of it.
Oh, and Randy Savage, a beautiful counter maneuver on Studd. And the Macho Man taking it to Bundy as well. Randy Savage is a house of fire in there.
And now Stud takes control. Savage pressed his luck. He should have tagged out. And look at that. Stud knows when to tag out. See, unlike the Mega Powers, Stud and Bundy aren't driven by ego.
And Bundy went for the pin. Hogan hasn't even been in the ring yet. And we're expected to believe Stud and Bundy aren't motivated by the prospect of winning this match.
It's personal pride.
Yeah, otherwise known as ego, contrary to what you just said. Now, what's Bundy thinking here? Keep that monster away from Elizabeth.
He's not interested in Elizabeth. That's Rude's girl.
Miss Elizabeth is firmly in the corner of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Savage fighting back against this behemoth, and look at the power of the Macho Man.
And still Savage doesn't tag in Hogan. His ego is out of control.
Devastating by Bundy.
And imagine that 450-plus pounds crashing down on your lower back.
Bundy wants to get a pinfall here. He knows what pinning the Intercontinental Champion would do for his career. The Macho Man fighting back, and here comes the Hulkster. And this capacity crowd erupts for the World Wrestling Federation champion. And Big John Studd can have some too. The Hulkster is on fire on Saturday night's main event.
But as always, the Chumpster can't resist hot dogging and posing. Oh, look at the power of Big John Studd, tossing the 300-pound Hogan around like a rag doll. Oof, that's almost 400 pounds crushing Hogan in the corner.
The Hulkster fires back, and now here comes the Macho Man.
And Savage needs to keep Studd right where he is. On the mat, no one is a giant when they're on the mat.
Oh, and a big right hand from the Intercontinental Champion.
But he allowed Studd to make the tag. That was a mistake.
And Bundy manhandling the Macho Man.
Oh, and what a dumb move by Savage to go to the top rope in Studd and Bundy's corner.
But the Macho Man able to fight off Bundy's bear hug. And now the Hulkster back in there. Big boot to Bundy. Oh, and look at Heenan. Get him down from there. And now Stud back in there. Bundy has had all he can take of the Hulkster.
Oh, hard punch.
But not even a 1 count.
And Hogan finding out the realities of being in the ring with a giant.
And the Hulkster slams Stud.
Yeah, but he'll never slam Andre like that.
And the leg drop. But if he can drop that leg on Andre, then it will be over. And this one is over.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be the man, I can't let it slide.
Where's Savage going? Savage is...
What chance does Hulk Hogan have at WrestleMania? The same chance as
I couldn't possibly say.
Snuka and the same chance you have tonight, Sam Houston. Come, Virgil.
He's on his way to the ring to meet Sam Houston. He is the $1 Million Man. Jesse, Vince, back to you.
Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 Million Man always his way.
Welcome to the ring, led by his bodyguard, Virgil. Now making his winter residence in the Netherlands and Fuji, weighing 260 pounds. The $1 Million Man.
Some might cost a lot, but I'm the $1 Million Man, and you will be bought.
Well, you'll have to forgive me. I'm still a little bit shocked by what transpired moments ago between Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. The Hulkster is currently being treated backstage by the medics we have on hand here. Nonetheless, an intriguing match up in the ring at the moment, Jesse.
Absolutely. It's always a treat to see the $1 Million Man in action.
And the $1 Million Man is headed to WrestleMania, where he will meet the Superfly. Just one of a whole host of intriguing matchups in the Silverdome. The Hacksaw to meet the King, a lot of bad blood there. The Honky Tonk Man versus Tito Santana, the Dragon to meet Hercules, and much, much more.
And don't forget the tag team matches. The Hart Foundation against Stud and Bundy. The Islanders to take on the Can-Am Connection.
Absolutely.
You know, what a great wrestler this guy is. It's so refreshing to see a man so fundamentally sound. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, but he is the smartest and most skilled.
And he certainly thinks highly of himself.
As well he should.
Where did his money come from, Jess? Exactly how did he become so rich?
He's a brilliant businessman.
Yeah, but what exactly is his business?
Too many to name.
I see. Well, thanks for nothing. This match has been all DiBiase thus far. And Jess, what do you know about Virgil?
The $1 Million Man's bodyguard, what else is there to know?
Is he his manager?
No, he's his bodyguard. I just told you that.
Well, why does DiBiase need a bodyguard?
Because he's rich and famous. Rich and famous people have bodyguards.
Do you have a bodyguard?
Sometimes it depends on the situation. Do you?
No.
See, that's because you're neither rich nor famous.
Sam Houston was momentarily in control there, but DiBiase has turned the tide once more. Oh, and what a drop kick by Houston. Into the cover.
Now, it's going to take a lot more than that.
Bulldog, the Bulldog.
Look at that. How impressive is that?
Highly impressive, I have to admit. But Houston has more than one way to win a match, and that may just be one right there.
Nope.
And look at this, look at this. Call him whatever you want. Manager, bodyguard, they're all the same.
Hey, Virgil saw his employer was in trouble and he sprang into action. That's what he's paid for.
In other words, he's paid to cheat.
Did Virgil touch Sam Houston? No, he didn't. And there it is, $1 Million Dream. And once he slaps that on, it's over.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. 'Cause the $1 Million Man always gets his way. Some might cost a little. Some might
Earlier
cost
tonight,
a
Gene
lot.
Okerlund spoke with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff as he was preparing for tonight's match.
But I'm the $1 Million Man.
Paul, if I may, how do you prepare mentally for a match you know may be your very last match ever in the World Wrestling Federation? How do you feel?
Well, I feel great, Gene. Absolutely great. You see, it's all in my hands. Everything I want is in my hands. Everything I want to happen, I have the ability to make happen. Roddy Piper has always thought he's the smartest guy in the world, but I outsmarted him. There's nothing he can do tonight. I've got some scores to settle with Ace, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then after that, it's me and Piper on the biggest stage in the world for the biggest stakes. I said all along, the World Wrestling Federation isn't big enough for the both of us. Either he goes or I go, and if I can't beat him and send him into retirement, then I'll gladly retire, because I won't be able to continue if I fail at that. But I won't fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for one fall.
Here he comes for what could be his final match. If Paul Orndorff loses tonight, he must leave the World Wrestling Federation. But if he wins, he will go on to WrestleMania and face Rowdy Roddy Piper, with the loser of that match forced to retire. I hope you've all got your VCRs set to record, because we could be seeing Mr. Wonderful for the last time.
And Orndorff fires out of the corner with a clubbing blow to Orton.
Yeah, he hit him with that bogus cast. Orndorff doesn't have any injury.
You heard him on Superstars. His arm is just as injured as Orton's is.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see a doctor's note.
You're in no position to demand that. The relevant authorities are satisfied that the cast is necessary, otherwise he wouldn't be allowed to wear it.
Oh, well, maybe you should keep that in mind in future when you question the validity of Bob Orton's cast, you hypocrite.
Mr. Wonderful sending the Cowboy to the floor, and quickly out after him, he wants to inflict more punishment. Oh, my.
Wow, I have never seen Paul Orndorff do a move like that.
Oh, and into the ring steps.
Solid steel.
Mr. Wonderful is vicious. We are seeing the release of a lot of pent-up aggression here. And Bob Orton doesn't know what day it is.
Never count out the Cowboy. He's as crafty as they come. Give him any hint of an opening and he'll punish you.
He had an opening there and he squandered it. Shoulder breaker. Under the cover. Oh, and that was close, and I'd be willing to bet that wherever he is right now, Roddy Piper just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And now it's Orndorff's turn to get tossed to the floor. Now let's see the Cowboy inflict some damage.
You were saying? I don't know how much more of this Bob Orton can withstand.
I don't know how much more of this the referee can allow to take place before he disqualifies Orndorff.
Disqualifies him? For what?
He's been flagrantly cheating since the opening bell.
You have to be kidding me.
And look at that. Orndorff happy to take a count-out win. What a cowardly move.
What's cowardly about that?
A real man beats his opponent in the middle of the ring.
I seem to remember during your in-ring days, you were happy to win by any means necessary.
I made everyone, and I mean everyone, submit to my bear hug.
I'm sure.
Oh, how about that? Rope-assisted neck breaker by the Cowboy. Beautiful move. You know, I gotta say, Piper being barred from ringside is a disgrace. How can they bar the man's manager?
Mr. Piper signed the contract. Obviously, he didn't read it closely enough. And how about that for a move? And listen to these people. They are firmly behind Mr. Wonderful. Sends him in. Big clothesline. For the win. No. Orndorff must be thinking pile driver. If he can hit that, surely this one will be over.
Likewise, Orton knows if he can get Orndorff into position for the superplex, that's the end of Paul Orndorff in the World Wrestling Federation. And it's looking to me like Bob Orton has weathered the storm. He's taken everything Orndorff could throw at him, and it wasn't enough.
Come on, ref, get in there. That's a blatant choke.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And now that right arm may not be broken, but the left one's about to be, unless Orndorff gives it up.
I don't know how much more Paul Orndorff can take.
He's going to give it up. He's a quitter.
He most certainly is not.
It's just a matter of time now. And here it is. He's setting him up.
Orton looking for that superplex.
If he hits this. He's got him up. He's got him up. He's hit it. He hit it. It's over. Orndorff's done. It's over. What?
Wait up. Did you see that?
I don't believe it.
Not even a one count.
Ah, but look at this. The sleeper. The signature move of Roddy Piper.
But again, it's not enough. Pile driver. Pile driver. Cover him, Paul. Cover him. Mr. Wonderful is going to WrestleMania. Joining us here on NBC for Jesse the Body Ventura, I'm Vince McMahon, and we'll see you 2 weeks from tonight at WrestleMania.